Hey lovelies, it's me KyCoolz. Welcome back to the channel. Sorry you guys, I'm not laughing at you guys or laughing at this creator sim. I'm actually laughing because I have literally tried to record this friggin' forever, and I'm back to record it for the last time, and you know, whatever happens, happens. I started laughing literally halfway through the other creator sim because I kept on saying a word wrong, and then my dog was upside down in his bed, literally with his paws up to the ceiling, and you know, he had his head looking towards me. It was so freaking funny. So let's just get on with this creator sim. So I will leave a link down below in the description for Austin's creator sim because these two are obviously linked, so you know, please feel free to go check out that one so you guys understand the background story about Harper O'Neal. So Harper O'Neal grew up in a country cottage in a forest. Well, not in a forest, but you know, on the verge of town, you know. So she lived quite far out in town, so she had to get a school bus every day to high school and elementary school. You know, she's bussed to and from town all of her life. You know, her parents have never really believed in living in town, and they kind of wanted to raise Harper and her brothers and sisters on a farm, you know, in an environment where they weren't restricted by the limits of town life, if that makes sense. They believe that living off the land and you know, having the space and having the extra bit of land has always helped the girls in truly accepting and believing in nature and really loving the outdoors and just getting to know Mother Earth, you know, Mother Nature is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. And so that gives Harper the trait of loving the outdoors. She's always been the girl that's ridden dirty. Yeah, so she's always been the girl. Sorry, guys. Oh my goodness, it's been a long day. She's always been the type of girl to ride motorbikes and get on her bike and pedal away into the sunset, as her mother likes to call it. She was always the type to just ride on off into the sunset for whatever dream she wanted to catch. She caught it. So her mother and father still live in their hometown. Harper's obviously moved on now to bigger and better things, as she likes to call it. She got offered a chefing apprenticeship or an internship that doesn't come up every single freaking year. It only comes up every, like, once in a blue moon. You know, she obviously was really good friends with Austin, you know, second year into university. So she was at university for 4 years. And she was at the top of her class in the culinary arts. She also studied a couple of papers in psychology as well, which is quite interesting because she didn't know if she wanted to become a psychologist, a clinical psychologist, or she wanted to become a chef. But she didn't want to just stop there. She wanted to either verge off from the chefing and go into specializing in what's it called, like photo blogging, like, you know, food blogging, like become a food blogger, if that makes sense. She wanted to take pictures of her food and publish them in magazines and in her own magazine, you know. She's always been very creative and she's always been really outgoing in that terms. And so she moved away 14 hours away from her hometown. At that time, she'd had a couple of past relationships in university when she wasn't friends with Austin, of course. And, you know, they weren't serious. They never really amounted to anything, you know, false promises and very over-controlling boyfriends. You know, Harper was a girl that knew what she wanted, and she wasn't afraid to do whatever she needed to do to get it. So in university, Harper had this style, as you guys just saw, you know, she wore the tank tops, the skinny jeans, you know, she was really, really unique. And that is what Austin was so attracted to her, like why he was so attracted to her, because she was so unique and she spoke her mind. She was a very outgoing, lovely, you know, lovable girl is what I'm trying to say. And in high school, Austin actually really wanted to ask her to the prom in the last year of high school, but he never plucked up the courage to ask her. and he regrets it to this day. He told Harper when they became friends in their third year of university that he wanted to ask her, and she was like, why did you not ask me, you noob? Why didn't you just ask me? You're such a noob, you know? And it's all lighthearted fun. And when they went on their camping trip, you know, Harper, right up until that point, never thought about a relationship with Austin. You know, she saw him more of a brotherly kind of figure, you know, more of just an older brother, you know. And Austin really did fit into her family, like with her brothers and sisters and her mother and father, really, really nicely. And, you know, her mother and father have always said to her, you know, that Austin guy, that Austin boy, why don't you bring him around to the farm sometime, you know, bring him around for dinner. And, you know, he started integrating into their family a lot more, and the mother and father really, really liked Austin. You know, they saw Austin and Harper together. He'd get involved with feeding the animals, he'd take her on these really cool motorbike rides, and, you know, because Austin obviously had a motorbike, he had a Harley Davidson. And that is what they, you know, they love the same music, they love motorbikes, they love animals, they love going out, you know, they love so many things together, and that is so in common, they love together, you know. Sorry, my words are all jumbled right now, but, you know, they have some things that aren't, you know, on the same terms, her and Austin, but for the most part, they've always been pretty close, you know. When they got to know each other on their camping trip, they had that instant connection where sparks were flying, literally, on the campfire and in their hearts. Harper, she saw this one particular second in Austin that she'd never seen before in any man that she'd ever fell for. And he was staring in the campfire toasting a marshmallow, and she just watched him, and her heart all of a sudden flooded. She had butterflies. She felt literally so giddy that she felt like she was going to fall over. So she sat down on the log beside him, and she was just, oh my goodness, I really, I think I'm falling in love with him, you know? And she's never felt this way in her past relationships with her two past boyfriends. Her ex-boyfriends, you know, she's never felt this way. But then when an internship opportunity came up, you know, she knew in the back of her mind, even when they went on this camping trip, she knew 4 or 5 weeks prior to their camping trip that she had to leave. She was trying to tell him that she had to leave, but her heart was saying stay. So she was caught between love or the thought of love or lust. Maybe it's lust. Maybe it's not going to last. Maybe it's just... Maybe I'm scared. Maybe I just need to go and figure it out myself before I can truly love someone else. You know, she had no hope where she was living for a job, you know. There was no jobs going, you know. They were all, you know, for experienced people. So she left. She left and she told Austin that she was going to go, that she'd be back sometime to see him. But she got so caught up in her life with her new job and her new training job that she didn't go back to see him, you guys. She hasn't been back to the hometown in 5 years. She hasn't seen Austin or heard from him in 4 years. She doesn't know that Austin is looking for her. He doesn't know where she lives. He doesn't know where she works. All he knows is that she lives 14 hours away. All Austin wants is to tell Harper how he truly has felt ever since he first saw her at high school and got to know her at university, became best friends. You know, they vowed to each other that they were going to be best friends forever. She wants to tell him as well that she likes him, that she really, truly likes him. But distance, money, time, jobs are all standing in the way of one thing, which is true love. In my opinion, I think it is true love, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave some comments down below what you guys think. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see all of you beautiful lovelies in the next video coming real soon. Bye, guys.